Hi friends, welcome to Nona's Read Alouds and Hands-On Fun. I am super excited today because we're going to be making salt dough. Salt dough is one of my favorite ever recipes to do with kids. And in my experience, I have found that kids really have a lot of fun making this salt dough and playing with this salt dough. All right, and you should have all the ingredients that you need in your kitchen. And if not, they're easy to find at the dollar store or at the grocery store. All right, first of all, I'm gonna hold up the recipe for you. We're going to need flour, salt, Kool-Aid, cooking oil, and cold water. I like this recipe because you don't have to use boiled water, because a lot of the recipes for Play-Doh do call for using boiled water. All right, so the first ingredient is going to be 3/4 cup of flour. And of course, I'm gonna go ahead and do it in this aluminum tin. You can do it in a bowl also. 3/4 cup of flour, 1/4 cup of salt. And if you were with us when we made our other doughs, I mentioned, it's very important to let the kids do the measuring and the pouring, because that's part of the learning. 1 tablespoon of Kool-Aid. And this is going to be great because you're going to see that it smells really sweet. So it's a multi-sensory activity. Those are always great. 1 teaspoon of oil. And what I do with the oil and the water is I like to have it in condiment bottles. That way the children or your child can serve it. But if there's a mess or a spill, it's going to be a smaller spill. Because we might like messes. We might be ready to embrace a good mess. But a whole jar or a whole bottle of cooking oil is not going to be fun to clean up. Trust me. Okay, so 1 teaspoon of oil. Pour that in there. And let's see, 1/4 cup of cold water. So there's our 1/4 of a cup. We're gonna squeeze the water in there. Okay, and again, that's something fun to do. Kids might like to just play with these outside. All right, and I'm gonna pour that in there, and they're gonna see, right now you can't really see the color until you add the liquid, and there goes the color. Okay. All right, and this is going to be messy. It's going to be really messy. You're going to have to get your hands in there, get your fingers in there to mix it. And there's some troubleshooting tips for this Play-Doh. If it's too sticky, you need to add more flour. And if it's too thick, you add more water. All right. In my experience, I usually find that I need to add more flour. It usually comes out too sticky. And so you get to knead this like dough. Like if you're making tortillas, or if you're making, I like to make torsettis. Those are twisted cookies, Italian cookies from my Nona. That's how I got the name Nona, from my Italian grandmother. Okay, so our dough's coming along to me. It feels like it might be a little too thick. So I might add a little bit more water. And I don't want to add a lot of more water. I just want to add a little bit at a time. And again, this is a great time to have a conversation with your child and say, okay, well, it's kind of thick. What do you think we need to add? If we add more flour, is that going to make it better? I mean, you could even try it, and they might say, nope, that didn't work. We add more water. That might work. This was orange Kool-Aid. It kind of came out a little bit yellow. You can add any color Kool-Aid that you might like. And then it smells really good too. Okay, so you can see this dough right here. It's forming into a ball. And the more you knead it, the better it's going to get. Still have some more that's crumbly over here. So you know, that might be fun to play with a sifter, but if you really want it like dough, what do we need to add? More water, or you can even add a little bit more oil as well. Let's try to add a little bit more oil. I'm just going to add 1 more teaspoon of oil. Mix that up. Okay. What do you think? You think it's ready, or do you think we need to add some more of something? What do we need to add? Water. All right. It's probably like another tablespoon of water. Trust me, it's better to start out with it too thick than too sticky. If it's too sticky, you never get it off your hands. Like I said, I love a good mess. I'm always ready to embrace a good mess. But sometimes kids are not. They do not like that sticky part. Okay, so better to start out with it too thick than too sticky. If it's too sticky, that's okay. I have my baby wipes ready and my paper towels ready. Okay, can you stand up and knead that with your fists? And this is going to be a great time to get out your rolling pins from your Play-Doh tools, or your cookie cutters from your Play-Doh tools. And then you have your Easy Salt Dough multi-sensory Play-Doh. Thank you for being with me today on Nona's Read Alouds and Hands-On Fun. I hope that you had fun making this Play-Doh, this salt dough. You can put it in a Ziploc bag and you can save it for several days. If it gets too thick, you can add more water so it will last a little longer. Throw it away whenever it gets moldy though, okay? All right, y'all have a wonderful day.